Welcome everyone back to Beat the Game. This is Steve, and today we're going to talk about a new deck with one of my favorite characters, and this deck is off the chains. It is Ms. Marvel Protection. So Protection was one of the aspects where she wasn't really amazing to start with, but with the new rules reference that says when you play defense events, you are now considered to have defended. My God, does this open up such a new window for her? And this is the deck. This is I'm calling this deck Miss Marvel, no need to go home. All right. So you know how her mechanic, normally you want to flip down to alter ego every other turn, and you just want to forget about that. This, if you do it once or twice, you're good. All right. Maybe in the first couple turns, but aside from that, man, you are staying in hero form the entire game. It is craziness, and it's all because of these cards. So right now, Wiggle Room and Sidestep. Because of the new ruling, it says Hero Interrupt: when you would take any amount of damage, prevent 3 of that damage, draw a card. All right, well, okay, it sounds okay. And then Sidestep, same thing. It says when you would take any amount of damage, prevent 3 damage. If you paid for a lightning resource, deal a damage to an enemy. So this is the mechanic. So we have 2 Wiggle Rooms and 3 Sidesteps in the deck. So that is 5. Jeez. All right, sorry. I had an ant come up on me. I'm like, what the hell? All right, I don't know how you got in the house. All right, but yeah, so five things that prevent damage. Now, what's really cool is we're going to face off against Taskmaster. And Taskmaster actually has an ability: when we flip up, we take damage. So these Wiggle Rooms and Sidesteps are not necessarily dead cards in our hand now. When we do flip up, we can actually use those and then use our Morphogenics to bring those back. Now you're saying, well, okay, whatever, you're preventing damage. How good is that? Well, so again, we're running these are the 3 events and the 2 Wiggle Rooms. So those are the 5 main cards of the deck. But then everything we're doing is to trigger Unflappable, Dauntless, the Electrostatic Armor. So right now, when we're defending, so once we do a Sidestep, we can do 1, 2, 3 damage by defending with a Sidestep, recur that, and then we trigger 3 hards to ignore. So we are then removing 3 threat. And then after that, and we can draw an extra card. So this is all the crazy combo that you can do. So once you get all these things out, this deck is just bonkers. So you're ending up, you start a hand of 5, and if you have the Wiggle Room, you end up with a hand size you end up with 7 cards in your hand on your turn, and you took no damage, and you removed 3 threat, and you dealt 3 damage to the villain during his turn. It's just crazy good. Okay, so a couple of other cards to complement the deck. We have an Endurance to make sure that we're over the line, and then we have a Deft Focus that just helps. It's just free money for the big hands and stuff like that. We got a Night Nurse because if we get stunned or confused, whatever. And then we have a Defensive Stance in case we can't prevent that damage. We don't have an event in our hand. We have the Defensive Stance that can, put on the table once and then just forget about it. And then we have 2 Energy Barriers. Again, if we don't have the event cards, we do have some permanents on the table that do the same effect that we want to do, is prevent the damage. Therefore, but these will not trigger the defense rulings. So that's the only difference. All right, so that's it for the upgrades. As far as allies, like I said, we're just playing a couple of champions. We're playing Miles Morales and Ironheart. Those are the only 2 allies we got in the deck aside from our dude. And then we have a couple of extra events. We got Perseverance. Now what's cool against Taskmaster is when you flip, Taskmaster has a force response, and this is a hero response. So what you do is you could take the damage and then pay 1 and give yourself a tough status card. And then you can just take on the attack and just be like, okay, whatever. So really, really solid card. And then we got 2 momentum shifts. Normally these guys, I would normally just recommend 1. if you're playing against the any other scenario except for Taskmaster, because you do want to try to keep your health to the maximum or over the maximum. So that's why I put 2 in the deck. But again, you could just deal it with 1 and you should still be fine 90% of the time. I did put in 1 tackle in the deck. The tackle is really not necessary because you actually want the villain to attack you to be able to trigger all the stuff from Dauntless and all the rest of that stuff, and then the hard to ignore. So this is mostly like, okay, if there's something big, or if there's like, oh man, if something goes wrong, it's a safety card, but it's not to be played. You want the villain to attack you. And then finally, as a resource, we got the Nerves of Steel. And you're like, well, Steve, you only have the sidesteps. I'm like, yeah, but at least this is going to trigger the sidesteps as along with my morphogenics, so I'll be able to always deal the extra damage. And this is what we kind of want. And then as far as resources, we just got 1 power of protection and then the 3 double resources. So that's it for those. And that is the deck tech, all right? So that is how the deck is supposed to be played. You will see, guys, this is going to be bonkers. I played with Brant the other day. He was playing Thor Protection, and I was playing Ms. Marvel Protection. And she stayed more in hero form than Thor. It was crazy. It was so funny. Like the little girl was just standing out there and just like taking it like a champ and not doing anything crazy. All right, so that's good. So I'm going to press pause. I'm going to shuffle up, and then we're going to just play a little game. And I'm going to play against Taskmaster because I think this scenario showcases exactly what I want this deck to do. And it really showcases like all the damage prevention and all the tricks that I really want to focus on this deck. So you guys can try this at home with any other villain and see how that goes for you. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, so we are just done shuffling our deck. All right, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Give it a nice little power shuffle here as well. All right, so the only thing with this scenario is they do have the Captured by Hydras. I was thinking, first of all, like I'm just going to remove the Captured by Hydras, but if they're in and I do have to rescue one, or if I'll try not to, give myself an encounter card, I'll just use them as resources because the whole point is to showcase the deck, and those little allies, I'm like, it's not what I want. All right, I don't really want to see them. Oh, and I have to start with, sorry, I have to start over. I forgot the Hydra Patrol. All right, there you go. So these 2 go here. And then where's my obligation? There you go. And then we'll try again. Watch me get Shadow of the Past because I made a boo-boo. All right, so here we go. Put the obligation. All right, and that starts at 1. All right, and last one for luck. Whoops. Okay, so here we go. So 10 cards. All right, so 1. Oh, there you go. Wiggle room. 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, this is perfect. I'm actually going to keep everything as is because I'm like, I don't really need to do anything more than that. Okay, so I'm going to look for a Kamala Khan card, which is a sneak buy. All right, cool. I will use my sneak buy to play Amir Khan, and I will put sneak buy at the bottom and draw another card, which is a Night Nurse. I will then, and this is where it's so fun, and this is where it gets super cool. I am going to flip to hero form, and I will take 1 damage, but I will use Wiggle Room and Exhaust to bring the Wiggle Room back and draw another card, which is a Hard to Ignore, which is exactly what I want. Okay, now we have an Energy Barrier, a Sidestep. Okay, so we're gonna start playing some cards here. So I do want to keep my Wiggle Room because those are really good. I don't think I want to play the Sidesteps right now. All right. All right, maybe I will keep Sidestep. All right, I'm gonna go. Do I keep the Shrink? Yeah, I think I'm going to go 1, 2, Energy Barrier, Night Nurse. I'm going to put the Shrink down because that's going to be useful. And I'm going to use my Endurance to play Hard to Ignore, which doesn't really help me right now because I have to remove Hydro Patrol. So maybe, you know what? I'm going to play the Endurance first instead. All right. Is that what I did? What did I do? 2 for this, and then 1 for 1. All right, cool. And then I keep my sidestep and my other one. Okay, perfect. So 2, 4, and 5. All right, so I have an embiggen, and I have a double resource. Magical. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to put 1 threat here. I'm going to take 1 damage. Taskmaster is going to attack me for 2 plus 3, which is perfect. I am going to Wiggle Room, draw a card, which is a defensive stance. Morphogenics, bring back the Wiggle Room. Wiggle Room, draw another card. Oh, nice. 2, 4, 6 cards. Take no damage, but doesn't matter. And then I'll take 1 card. It is an advance. He's going to scheme for 4. So that is going to go to 6. And my other card is... Oh my god. Can I call this crap or what? I don't understand. It's just ridiculous how this stupid card just poisons my existence every freaking game. Every freaking game I have to get Shadows of the Past turn 1. How is this even possible? Oh man, oh man, oh man. Man, do I hate this card. Alright, so how do I get out of this? He's already at 6 out of 8. I got this idiot coming in. And then I have 1 ally, so... 1 support, so I have to discard 1 card. Oh, rage. Alright, that's super, super annoying. Man. And I can't bring that back. I do have the embiggen. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go... I don't need the embiggen. I'm going to use defensive stance for a polymorph suit. I can't punch the idiot here, so... I do want to keep my sidestep. Oh wait, I could. I'm going to use polymorph and embiggen to do a sidestep. Get rid of Generation Y. Well, because why get more encounter cards if I don't need them? But now I have... Oh, I still have 2 sidesteps in the deck. And I don't need to shrink it. Alright. So 2... 4 and 5. So we do have a big hand, so I'll be able to get rid of this clown. Alright. So this is going to go to 7. I'm going to take 1 more damage. 11. So he wants to attack me for 2. Plus 2 is 4. I am going to use Bio Polymorph Suit and play Sidestep. And I will deal 1 damage to Thomas Edison. Because it's deal 1 damage to an enemy. I will then use... Am I using Morphogenics? Yeah, I'm going to bring it back. And then I'm going to play it again, but I don't have another option to play it. So maybe I remove 3. So I'm going to take 1, 10. I'm going to go down to 9. And then I'll take his shield. Alright. Oh, rage. Despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage. Alright, I'm going to go 1, 2 for a big hands. I'm going to punch his face. Alright. And I'll keep my strength and a sidestep. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Definitely not what I'm looking for. I'm going to go to 8. Put 1 threat here. And I need to remove some threat. And I'm like, I'm not finding the cards I'm looking for. Alright, so he wants to attack me for 2. Obviously, it's another plus 3. You kidding me with this? 1. Sidestep. bring Death back. Because then I can't remove any threat, and I'm 4 away from dying here. So I definitely have to get rid of this slowly. Alright, so I will deal 1 damage to him, 15. And then, so I'm going to take 2, go down to 6. And then my encounter card is exhaust each persona or in support. So there's only 1, and then he's going to heal for 1. So he goes back up to 16. Alright, whatever. Alright, I will remove 1 threat from here. Man, this is not going good. I'm going to go Bruno for a Death Focus, 2 for an Energy Barrier with 3 counters on it. Alright, this is, again, the worst case scenario that I could have been in. But, you know, I'm slowly making it work. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So now I don't have any defense, which is not good. Ah, man, oh man, oh man. All right, so 1 threat, 1 damage, go to 5. Wait, I'm going to prevent 1. Stay to 6. He'll take 1. 15. And then he's going to attack for 4. I'm going to take 3. And then deal him 1. So he's down to 14. And counter card is, you are stunned. Deal 1 damage to your hero. So I'll be stunned, which is fine. And then I'll prevent 1 damage. And then that's it. Alright, so that's fine. That's fine. Okay, now let's see if we can start playing some stuff. Alright, so, Jesus. I am going to thwart for 1, get rid of a Hydra Patrol, get a Hydra Regular. Alright, he's coming into play. Shuffle the deck. Alright, is there any way I can do this? Alright, I'm going to use Electrostatic Armor for a hard to ignore, and then I'm gonna go 4 resources for Red Dagger, and then he's gonna punch for 2, get rid of this guy, and take a hit. Okay. Let's see. Come on, wiggle. There you go. 2, 4, 5. All right. Wiggle room is in. All right. So we are gonna go. It's gonna go to 10. Yeah. Alright, so this is going to go to 10. I will take a damage, go down to 2. He is attacking me for 2 plus 2 is 4. I am going to wiggle room, draw a card. Exhaust. Wiggle room, draw a card. There we go. Okay. And then I took no damage, hard to ignore. This is going to go down to 9. And 2, 4, 6 cards. Alright, and then I'm going to take an encounter card, which is an assault. Oh, man. Damn it. Alright, Red Dagger for 3. And I will spend... I only have physical... Alright, I'm going to spend 2. 1, 2, Nakia and Big Hands to bring back Red Dagger and deal 2 damage. He's down to 12, and I survived. All right. Okay. I'm going to use Polymorph and Death Focus to do a Big Hands, get rid of my stun. And then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Spider-Man, Miles Morales, thwart for 3. And take a damage. And take he takes 1. Alright. So no more wiggle rooms. I hope I got my sidesteps coming. So 2, 4, 5, and the sneak by. Alright, I'm golden now. Oh man. Alright, I'm setting up, man. This is like I said, this is crazy. I got the worst possible thing possible. Okay, so what are we doing? Alright, I have to put 2. So it's going to go 2 here. He wants to attack into me, so 2 plus 1 is 3. I'm going to use biokinetic polymorph suit to do a sidestep, which is going to prevent 3 damage. And do I just... Yeah, I'm going to bring it back. Do I bring it back? And deal 1 damage. So he's going to go down to 11. Do I bring it back? I do need to bring it back. I'm going to bring it back. I will trigger Hard to Ignore. It's going to go down to 12. Encounter card is exhaust each persona support. So I'm going to exhaust the Mirkan and heal him for 1. He's back up to 12. All right, cool. All right, so we're going to go 2 for a Nerves of Steel. And then we're going to go Dauntless and Sidestep for a Sneak By, Shrink, bringing that down to 2. And then Spider-Man will bring that down to 1. And I think I should go down to Alter Ego this turn. I got 4 cards. Do I still have a Sidestep? I do not have any Sidestep, so I will have to... All right, so I'm going to use this opportunity to go down. And then I'll just have a big recover turn. Okay, so how many Ms. Marvel cards? So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You know, I'm not going to do her ability. It doesn't make any sense to do it. I might just lose my Hard to Ignores. All right, so I'm going to deal myself an encounter card. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Shuffle up. So this is the first time we go down to Alter Ego. We are going to recover for shizzle. For shizzle, my dizzle. And then we should be pretty solid here. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we do have a Nakia and something else. All right. 1 threat, he is going to scheme for 2 plus 2 is 4, so that is going to go up to 6. Encounter card is Hydra Soldier. Encounter is Gang Up, Surge into Captured by Hydra with 5 threat on it and an acceleration. All right. All right, so we are going to look for a Kamala Khan card, which is a Big Hands. Put that down. We are going to put a Big Hands to play Nakia. Nakia is going to... Wait, Amir Khan is going to put the Big Hands at the bottom. We're going to draw another card, which is Red Daggers. All right, that's pretty good. We are going to recover, go up to 7. We do not have a wiggle room, though. That's kind of sad. All right, so we could use Nakia. All right, Nakia and a Tackle to play Ironheart to draw a card. It's another Momentum Shift. We'll use a Momentum Shift to play an Unflappable. I think we're good. We are going to flip up. Unfortunately, I cannot prevent that damage. For 2, go back down to 5. And we are going to use Biosuit. The Biosuit and Momentum Shift to Sneak By and Shrink, removing 5 from the main. And then I'll keep my, do I keep Red Dagger? Nah. I got some allies. And then Ironheart will remove 1 threat from this guy. All right. Now let's see if we get our polymorph suits. These we should be needing. And then unfortunately I did go by my 2 momentum shifts. All right, but still. All right, so 2, 4, 5. We got the wiggle room combo. Oh. It's gonna be amazing. All right, so we're gonna put 2 threat on the main, 3 threat. All right, Taskmaster wants to attack us for 2 plus 0. So we are going to wiggle room, draw a card, which is a double resource, which is great. And we are going to exhaust, bring that back. We are then going to get attacked from the soldier. Nerves of Steel to play. Sorry. So we took no damage. Hard to ignore. We'll bring that down by 1. So that's going to go down to 2. We'll draw a card with Unflappable, which is a big hands. And then he's going to attack us for 2. We're going to sidestep, prevent. It's a defense. That's why, I need my other cards. And then I'll deal 1 damage to Taskmaster, bring him down to 11. All right, and then my encounter card is Mimicry. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So unfortunately, there is no attacks, so he will not attack me. All right. So we do have a big hands, another wiggle room. All right, so since we don't have anything good to play, let's just go a Genius for an Embiggen. And then we'll just use... we don't even need that. Oh, yeah. We're going to use Biosuit and Death Focus to do a big hands. And we'll kill the Hydra Soldier, dealing ourselves an encounter card. And then we'll use Energy to put a Bruno out just to get some cards out of my deck. And I guess I'll just keep the 2 allies. Yeah. Alright, now I need to find my hard to ignores and all the rest of the good stuff that I need to be able to just complete my combo. But here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do have the sneak by sidestep combo. So again, I'm going to finish off with more cards in hand than I started with, which is amazing. That's the whole point. Alright, so it's going to go up again by 3. So it's going to go to 5. I don't want to take any damage for nothing because I will be able to remove all 5 threat here. He wants to attack me for 2 plus 0. I'm debating on... No, I just want to keep... I'm going to play that Wiggle Room. Wiggle Room, draw a card, which is a defensive stance. Did I see the other Wiggle Room go by? No, there's another one in the deck. I am taking 2 encounter cards, though. Alright, I will bring it back with Morphogenics. And then my encounter card... so I took no damage. Hard to ignore. This is going to go down to 4. Draw another card with Unflappable, which is a Dauntless, which I need to heal before that happens. Alright, and then encounter card 1 is Haunted by Hydra. Haunted. So that is going to go to 5. And I'm supposed to take a damage, so each player in hero form takes a damage. So I will... Oh, do I want a wiggle room? No, I am going to sidestep because when reveal, each player in hero form takes a damage and discarded cards at random. So when I would take any amount of damage. So it says take 1 damage first. So then I'm going to go Nerves of Steel. And to do a sidestep, so I will prevent that damage and then bring him down to 10. And then I will discard a card at random. And then we'll see what we lose. Hopefully I can get some more of my combo pieces. Alright, that is gone. And then the next card is another Captured by Hydra. Well, I think I don't really have a choice now to get rid of those. Oh, booyah. Alright, so we're going to go... 1 and defensive stance to do a sneak by. And then we're going to shrink that. Oh yeah, I should probably put one of these guys. I should probably put some of these cards underneath. Alright, so that's 5. Alright, we're going to just remove one of the Captured by Hydras. And then let's just remove this one, which is Electra, which is good because she's only a damage person. Well, since we have her, let's just play her. Yeah, Energy Barrier to play a Dauntless. I'll use Electra, and then I will remove 1, 2, and 3 threats from the cap. Nah, let's just remove from the main. I didn't really want to play these guys because they're just kind of weird, but now I'm like, yeah, you guys are a nuisance, so might as well. I'm going to stay in hero form still. So, but you guys can see, like, right now I got really unlucky with the cards, but this combo is insane. 2, 4, in double wiggle room, so 2, 4, 5. And that means I don't take another card right now. I will in a second, though, so I'm going to put another 3 threat here. He wants to attack. I'm going to take 2, and if you are in hero form, take 1 damage. Annoying. I'm going to go down to 4. And then I'm going to play Wiggle Room, which is going to draw me a card, which is a Big Hands, which I'm going to reshuffle my deck, which is a Perfect Defense. Do I want to bring that Wiggle Room back? Yeah, I'm just going to Morphogenics the Wiggle Room back to my hand. Anyway, and then I'm going to Hard to Ignore, draw an extra card, and then remove a threat. And then encounter 1 is Hydra Soldier, and encounter 2 is Under Fire. Encounter 3 is Hydra Soldier. Encounter 4 is Hydra Regular. All right, there you go. So many Hydra people. All right, what do we have? We have a Sneak By. We got a Big Hands, double Wiggle Room, and a Sidestep. All right. What do we do, Steve? Polymorph, Death Focus, Big Hands. Let's kill one of these guys, get another encounter card. And then there is nothing more we can do. We are going to Genius for a Sneak By, Shrink, removing 5 threat from here. And then we got Sidestep, Perseverance, but I'm exhausted, so there's nothing I can do. All right. Maybe I'm going to stop bringing back my Wiggle Rooms over and over and over. I can't believe I still can't find my Hard to Ignores. All right, so I'm going to pitch Sidesteps and Perseverance, and I'll keep my double Wiggle Room. Again, I went down to Alter Ego 1. Did I go up? Yeah, I did. I went once. So 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we got both allies. All right, maybe I'll play some allies here. I'll put this down to. I'll put this up to 2. He wants to attack me for 2 plus. Take a damage. Dang it. All right, I am going to Wiggle Room, draw a card. Oh, and then I have a Sidestep. Oh, and then I'm not going to play this again. I'm going to leave that to go down. I took no damage. I will draw another card with Unflappable. I will Hard to Ignore for 1. This is why it's so good. So 2, 4, 6. And then I didn't take my spell. But now I'm going to get attacked for 2 by the Hydra Soldier. I'm going to do a Sidestep. I'm going to prevent all the damage. I am going to Morphogenics, bring that back. Deal a damage to him. Use Bias. He attacks me. Sidestep again, deal 1 damage, take no damage. That goes away. Oh, so fun. Oh, it's so annoying. He's captured by Hydras. And then the next one is a Combat Knife. All right, so now he's attacking for 3 at least. Okay. What to do? All right, this is getting super annoying. So I will flip down to Alter Ego here. For the second time only. All right, so I will then play my abilities. I'm going to look for a Kamala Khan card. Whoops. Do I have any Kamala Khans? Yeah, there's a Big Hand. All right. We are then going to Amir Khan, a Kamala Khan card at the bottom. It's going to be a Wiggle Room. At the bottom, draw another card, which is a Defensive Stance. All right. I'm going to use Defensive Stance And big hands with Nakia's ability for 3. Play Miles Morales. I'm giving +2 to his thwart. So he's going to thwart for 3 off of this captured by Hydra. That's going to go down to 2. He's going to take 1. And then I use Wiggle Room and Hard to Ignore to play Iron Fart to draw another card. And then, alright, I'm going to Hard to Ignore to play Electrostatic Armor so I can start doing some stuff. And then Ironheart can thwart for 1. And then this is going to go away. And then they can take care of this crap. Alright. Oh man, this board is so crazy. Alright, I will have to recover again, but... so 2, 4, and 6. Alright, so I have the sneak buys. I have everything I need. This board is just looking insane. Alright, so 1, 2, 3 threat. So it's going to go up to 4 plus 3. It's going to 6, and it's going to go to 7. Alright, encounter card is Mimicry 1 and 2. I only have 2 cards, so that's going to fizzle. But I do get another encounter card, which is a Photo Reflexes. Alright. And I'm almost through his deck. It really sucks that I keep getting all the captured by Hydras. You know, normally like you're looking for them and you don't want them, and now just because I don't want to see them, I got them all. Alright, if only I was that lucky when I'm actually playing campaign mode. Alright, I'm going to Kamala Khan's ability for a card, which is another sneak buy. I am going to... What can I play here? Alright, I'm going to put a sneak buy and a momentum shift. No. Sneak buy and energy barrier. No, actually, Nakia and a sneak buy to play an energy barrier with 3 counters. I'm going to Amir Khan a sneak by at the bottom, draw another card, which is a Perseverance. Yes! Which I get to play now. I'm going to recover for 5, go up to 8. I will flip to hero form, take 1 damage. I will prevent that damage. Deal it on this Hydra guy. Iron Fart is going to get rid of this captured by Hydra, and she's going to go away. And then I get Moon Knight. Oh, he's annoying. Alright. Oh, shoot. After I flipped. Steve, you forgot. After I flipped, I could have played the Perseverance on myself. And I completely spaced out on that. Which is fine. Which is fine. Alright. Alright, I'm going to use my Biosuit and Moon Knight to do a sneak by and shrink, removing 5 from the main. And I can't bring that back. I will then use... What am I doing? Okay, yeah, I'm going to go Energy Barrier and Perseverance to do a momentum shift. So I'm going to heal for 2, go up to 10. Now I got my Dauntless trigger. Deal 2 damage to this guy. And then I'm going to Death Focus and a sneak by for a Big Hands on this guy. He dies, gives me an encounter card, an acceleration on the main. And then we're good. Oh man, like I said, I'm really playing with my food so you guys can kind of see like how awesome this deck is. It's just so good. I went down once, and that was the whole point. I was like, I needed to go down. No, I did twice in the entire game, and now I'm back to full health. So good. All right, here we go down low. All right, so 1, 2, and I draw into the wiggle room. All right, this is just so good right now. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna put 1, 2, 3 So 3 threat, and then I have to decide if I take a damage. I'll just take a damage. So this is going to go to 3, and then 1 damage, I'm going to ping it back to this guy, so he's down to 9. Alright, and then he wants to attack me. He's attacking for 3, plus 1 is 4. So I am going to use Wiggle Room. I'm going to draw a card, which is a sidestep. I will exhaust to bring the Wiggle Room back. And then I'm going to use my Nerves of Steel to play sidestep, which is going to deal 1 damage to him. 8. I have retaliate. 7. I took no damage. Oh wait, electrostatic armor. 6. I will trigger Unflappable and Hard to Ignore to draw another card, which is a power of. Oh my god. And then I get 2 encounter cards. Alright, so these are my retaliates. Oh my god, I did 4 damage this turn. 4 damage. And then he wants to give me an encounter card, which is an exhaustion. I'm already exhausted. And a surge into a mimicry. Red dagger, big hands, hard to ignore, sidestep, and momentum shift. So there's 2 attack events. He will attack me again for 3. Plus, do I just block with Spider-Man? Oh no, I have another Wiggle Room. Yeah, he's going to attack me for 3 plus 2. Alright. Darn it. I will lose my... Alright, I'm going to go Wiggle Room to draw a card. Darn it. And I can't bring that back, so that is... I'm preventing 3. He's attacking for 5. Alright, well, I did defend, and the Dauntless will not trigger. I'm going to take 2 damage, go down to 8. And then I do 1 from the retaliate, 1 from the electrostatic armor. And then my other counter card is a Master Plan, which is going to bring that to 9. Alright, cool. Alright. My time to shine. Alright. We are going to use Spider-Man to deal 2 damage, which is going to get reflected. I'm going to take 2, go down to 6. So, and this is going to go away. Spider-Man's going away. And there we go. Alright. We are then going to use... I don't like that I have to retaliate. Do I want to just finish him off? I think I'm going to try to finish him off this turn. Alright, I'm going to go... Power Protection for defensive stance. I'm going to use a Tackle for a Hard to Ignore. And then I am going to Polymorph Suit and Def Focus to do a Big Hands. And even if I'm big in it, doesn't really matter. So I'm going to punch for 6, which is going to flip him. I still take the 1 retaliate, which I'm going to bring back to him. So I'm going to do 6. He's going to flip, deal me an encounter card. He's going to go up to 17. And then he's going to retaliate for 1. I'm going to redirect. He's going to go down to 16. All right. And that's it. I'm going to keep my energy. And then, yeah, this is going to be pretty much game over if I get a couple of good cards in my hand. So, 2, 4, 5, and there's that Wiggle Room. Oh, money. It was either a sidestep or a Wiggle Room because, like I said, those are the cards you want to see. Yeah, it's one or the other that was coming. All right, so it is the better one. So I'm happy about that. Okay, so right here, he wants to put 3 more threats. So that is going to go to 7. I will take the damage, go down to 5, unfortunately. And then I will take the attack. He's attacking for 4, plus 1 is 5. I will Wiggle Room, draw a card. There's that sidestep. I will exhaust. And then I will Nerves of Steel to prevent all the damage. So he's going to take 1 because I paid. He is also going to take 1 damage from my electrostatic armor, 14. I will remove 2 threats with the hard to ignores. That is going to go back down to 5. I will also draw a card with Unflappable, which is a sneak by, which is going to give me another encounter card. And because I got to reshuffle all these good cards right back in. Oh, man, oh, man. All right, this is fun-tabulous. All right, I wish I could get rid of that Retaliate shield, but I'm like, at this point, it doesn't matter. Okay, and then encounter card 1 is his training camp with 2 threat. And then the next one is Edison, who comes in with a tough status card. Annoying. And holy shnikes, enough with the captured by Hydras. Alright, so another acceleration and another 5 threat. Man, I'm really tired of seeing those. Okay, what to do? Alright, so I can't heal. Alright, so I'm just going to... What am I going to do? Mental and physical gets rid of this. I think I'll just do Electra. And I need to pay a physical. And I don't have... Okay, so I'm going to check this out. This is how bad I am. Mental, and I'm going to use a strength to do 3 damage to this guy. I'm going to punch him for 3. Just because he's there. I am then going to... Man, I really wish I could bring more stuff out. Man, this is terrible. Alright, I don't want to use my stuff, but these are annoying, so I'm going to sneak by, and then I'm going to shrink to get rid of, let's just do this guy, because he's got 5 on it. There, Chang-Chi, he's coming in, gets rid of this guy. I have to play a lightning. I do not have a lightning. Oh, well, wait. Instead of playing, oh, yeah, I could just get rid of the Taskmaster's camp. Yeah, whatever. I'm just going to get rid of Taskmaster's camp. That's not what I wanted to do, but my luck was so terrible this game that why not? Why not indulge myself? Get rid of Night Nurse, and yeah, that's fine. Hopefully I can find my big hands, and then I can just finish him off on my turn. Alright, so... another sneak by. 2, 4, and 5. There's the big hands. Alright. I got some allies to block now. So it's another 3 threat. So that's going to go to 8. He is going to deal me 1 damage. I'm going to go down to 4. He wants to attack for 4 plus take a damage. So annoying. 3. I am going to wiggle room, draw a card, energy barrier. And then I'm going to exhaust and wiggle room, draw another card. That goes away. Okay, so now I have the momentum shift, so I can actually heal a little bit. And took no damage, remove 2 threat, draw an extra card, and deal another damage. There's the other big hands. Alright. So how much did... Okay, so I prevented all of it. Alright, I have to remove 2 threat, so that's going to go back down to 6. And then I deal 1 damage to him, so he's down to 13. Alright, only 1 encounter card. It's an... 3 plus 1 is 4. So that is going to go to 10. Oh, he's so frustrating, this guy. Okay, so what are we doing, Steve? You have to get the advance. Alright, I can just finish him off. I think that's what I'm going to do, because I have 5... 8. Yeah, I have enough to kill him. I think I'm just going to finish him off here. But you guys at least got to see the whole deck, how awesome this is. So this is going to, they're going to punch for 5. So he's going to go down to 8. And these guys are both going to die. And then I'm going to just Def Focus, Polymorph Suit, Big Hands, and begin for 6. He's going to go down to 2. And I'm going to go down to 2. And then I'm going to go Momentum Shift, heal for 2, go up to 4, and take him out. There you go. And then I was finally going to be able to play another Hard to Ignore and have all my complete setup. But you guys got to see this deck. Like, I went to Alter Ego twice in this entire game. So this is Ms. Marvel at its... This is just the craziest build. It was a little slow because, again, I did get all the... Shadows turn 1 for some reason, and all of this captured by Hydra crap. Which is, I really wanted to get rid of him because I didn't really want to play with the extra allies. Of course, the really good one was at the last one. But yeah, so you guys got to see the deck. I tried not to use the allies as much as possible. You saw this in action, and oh my gosh, is this just so much fun. And again, I wanted you to see like how to play into the mechanics. And this is worst case scenario too. And I still managed the big W with... like low health, coming back into the game and everything. But once you're rolling, those wiggle rooms are coming back. Those side steps are coming back. And then even if you take a little bit of damage, you can always come back and then just kind of just kill the ball. Oh man, how much was I doing? Like, if once you're all set up, you are doing 2 or 3 damage, removing 3 threat and drawing cards. How is that not the best feeling in the world with Ms. Marvel? It's just like... Instead of doing all that in Alter Ego, which is what you normally do in Alter Ego, you just draw cards, reduce the cost of stuff like that. But like, this was the perfect way to showcase this deck against Taskmaster Expert, man. This is bonkers. All right, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys want to try this out against other scenarios. Like I said, this was Taskmaster, one of the more annoying challenges because you're always taking damage, you're flipping, there's always something going on. And look how we were able to just drive this home. And it was beautiful. All right, guys, keep on playing well with champions. And I hope this will help you beat the game. Ciao, ciao.